Hello everyone, welcome to Master to Teach Step-by-Step Guide. In this video, we are going to learn what is Unified Software Development Process, USDP, RUP, Rational Unified Process, phases of RUP methodology and its related tasks. How does RUP methodology work? How to draw Gantt chart, which will reflect the RUP methodology. I will try my best to explain step by step. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please click on the subscribe button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, let's start. As a software engineer, to establish a good and efficient system to regulate the office need more practice and more effort. Always keep in mind that until and unless there is no proper process in the system, there will always a risk of project failure. To make a good and efficient system development methodologies should be chosen based on the client's requirement and client's nature. There are different kinds of software development methodologies. Find the list of different kinds of popular software development methodology listed in my previous video. Also, you can find the links in description below. Among the different kinds of methodology, USDP RUP is one of the most popular and effective agile software development methodology for the software development. USDP stands for Unified Software Development Process. It is maintained and enhanced by Rational Software Corporations and hence referred as Rational Unified Process RUP. In RUP, project is developed through a series of short, fixed-length iterations. Each iteration has its own requirements analysis, designing, implementations, and testing activities. RUP has many advantages, which you can find all details in my previous video. Rational Unified Process RUP divides the development process into 4 distinct phases that each involves business modeling, analysis and design, implementation, testing, and deployment. The 4 phases are as follows. Number 1, Inception. Number 2, Elaboration. Number 3, Construction. And number 4, Transition. Now, let's go through one by one. Number 1, Inception. It is the initial phase of development process. Essentially, in this phase, team determines the scope, structure, and the basic idea of the project. The major tasks that involves in the inception phase are as follows. Number 1, scheduling resources, cost and time estimation, calculation, feasibility and profitability, planning, risk management, prototypes, vision documents, project plan development. Now let's move to second phase, that is elaboration. This is the second phase of the development process. This phase aims to analyze the requirement and the architecture of the system, develops the project plan, and eliminates the highest risk elements of the project. It's also the point when your team has to decide whether to start further phases or not. The question like how do we plan and design the project, what resources are required, what type of architecture may be suitable are answered in this phase. The main tasks that involves in the elaboration phase are as follows. Analysis of problem domain, use case diagram development, system architecture development. Number 3, construction. This is the third phase of development process. At this stage, your team is finally ready to develop all components and features and integrate them into the product. It's a manufacturing process where your team focuses on managing resources to optimize cost, schedules, and quality. The software is designed, written, and tested successfully. The outcome of this phase is the ready to deliver products to the customer and sometimes may be treated as beta release. The major tasks that involves in the construction phase are as follows. System build, system operation manual, user manual, test cases. Transition. This is the last phase of development process. The transition phase is the moment when the product is finally finished, released, and delivered to customer. It focuses on successful delivery and installation of software product. However, once the product is given to the user, several issues can arise. This requires the team to handle all the bug fixes and correct problems, or to finish some feature that were postponed. The major tasks that involves in transition phase are as follows. Training, beta testing, analysis of users review, supporting and maintaining product. RUP is an iterative process development methodology where software is developed in different versions. The four phases inception, elaboration, construction, and transition constitute a development cycle and produce a software generation. In the first development cycle, first version of the software is produced. The software is used by the client and the feedback and the changes are collected as additional functionality to the system, which is processed in next version. The same process through the inception, elaboration, construction, and transition phases will be repeated to evolve the next generation of software product known as evolution cycles. These several evolution cycles, the new generation of products are produced. Now, let's move to the Gantt chart. After the methodology has been selected, planning should be done very carefully. Planning a software development as per chosen methodology can reflect in the graphical form, which is known as Gantt chart. Gantt chart is nothing more than a pictorial representation of planning where it shows tasks to do against timetable. It is very important tool for the project manager or software engineer to assign the jobs to the employee, trace the target and deadline, track the project progress, and decide to take action in case if there is a risk of the project behind or failure. In the Gantt chart, list of tasks to do, also known as activities, is listed horizontally, whereas suitable time frame is scaled vertically. Each activity is represented by a bar. The position and the length of the bar reflect the start date, duration, and the end of the activity. Gantt chart can simply define as a horizontal bar, which contains the set of tasks with a proper schedule. It is first developed by Henry L. Gantt in 1917 as a production control tool. It helps to manage which activities should be due at the beginning and when to end it, how many activities overlap, what activities should be done at last, and when the project should end. Gantt chart will reflect on the methodology that you choose for the software development. For example, if you are developing the software using RUP methodology, how it would look. In RUP, it's not going to execute phase-wise. There will be more overlaps in the planning because more than one task will be on operation simultaneously. In a team, some will be working on designing where other developers are also developing the system. Of course, we know that we can't go development without system design, but in this methodology, we will not wait for the whole system design and finalize it. As one module system design is finalized, the developer start working where other designer start to design for the next modules so that there will be more overlap in the execution. In the waterfall, we start development only after finalizing the whole system design. Let's see this sample Gantt chart which I have taken from cloud. Here in horizontal, there are list of tasks to do means activities are defined, whereas in vertical, the four phases of RUP including time frame is defined. As I have already mentioned you above, lots of work will execute simultaneously so that there will be more overlap in the graph. Like business modeling, requirements gathering, etc. are the tasks which are done in inception phase, but it will continue doing in further phases as well, shown in graph. The thickness of the graph shows the workload here. So business modeling, requirement gathering like tasks overload will be heavy in inception phase and slowly reduce the workload in the further phases. Similarly, analysis and design work is especially done in elaboration phase, but you can see it's already started from the inception phase and heavy workload or main job is done in the elaboration phase. And also note that it's not compulsory to end this phase. It will continue in construction phase as well, but workload will be less as shown in graph. Also from graph, it's clear that many jobs will go on simultaneously so that there will more overlaps between the activities. Now let's show how you draw simple Gantt chart which will reflect to the RUP methodology. I am drawing in draw.io just to show you as a demo. You can draw Gantt chart using different software even in Excel. First of all, list out all four main phases of RUP methodology and its respective major tasks as I have mentioned before. Inception, scheduling resources, cost and time estimation, planning, risk management, prototypes, in elaboration phase, analysis of problem domain, use case diagram development, system architecture development, construction, system build, system operation manual, user manual, test cases, in transition training, beta testing, analysis of users review, supporting and maintaining product. After listing all the activities, set the time frame. I am not going through the date as I am just showing you the demo. Let's start from inception phase. Scheduling resources should start from the inception phase and will continue further to the construction and transition phase as well. So we draw the bar from the initial or starting of time frame to the transition phase. Suppose week 1 is the inception phase. Week 2 and week 3 is the elaboration phase. Week 4, 5, 6 and the 7 is the construction phase, whereas week 8 and week 9 is the transaction phase. So the bar starts from day 1 to week 5 or even week 6. Similarly, cost and time estimation. We'll continue from inception phase to the construction phase, so the bar will start from the day 1 or 2 to week 4 or 5. Similarly, we can draw the bar for the planning, risk management, prototypes. Now let's see for the elaboration phase. Analysis of problem domain, which is categorized in the elaboration phase, but it starts from the end of the inception phase. So draw the bar starting from the end of the inception phase, which is about day 5 or 6 and will last up to construction phase. Use similarly for the use case diagram development. Similarly, for the use case diagram, we start from the end of the inception phase, which is day 4 or 5, to week 5 or 6, which is mid of the construction phase. For construction phase, similarly, we can make a bar from the end of the elaboration phase or even starting from elaboration or to transition phase. It will be more clear if you can show the thickness of the bar, which reflect the workload. Yeah, you can separate the time frame with 4 different phases as well, which will be more clear and easy to understand. Let me complete the chart. I hope you learned from this video tutorial. If you have any question or comment, please make sure to leave a comment in a comment section below. Also, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much for watching. Check us out for more IT tutorial and guide on website master2teach.com, and we will see you again soon. Bye.